Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and we have a question today from YouTube user Antonio Head. Good morning. Thanks for the info. Can you make a video about discrimination during the hiring process? I can, and I will. In fact, I am right now. So basically, quick overview, any protected class, right? And that can be something like race, gender, disability, religion. There's many of them. In some jurisdictions, there's more than in others. So, I'm just going to use the phrase any protected class. If someone refuses to hire you because of your membership in a protected class or because you've engaged in protected activity, right? Like, let's say, for example, if you spoke up about discrimination at some other employer and you were in the media, and then a future employer knows you did that and they refuse to hire you because you oppose discrimination at another employer, that would be a protected activity. That would be retaliation. And it would also be, you're in a protected class because you engage in that protected activity. So if they're choosing not to hire you because of your membership in a protected class, that is what's called a failure to hire claim based on discrimination. And that is absolutely a claim. Now, those claims are generally viewed to not be worth as much. And I used to work for a guy many eons ago who would, as like just a rule, he would be like, oh, it's a failure to hire claim. It's worth 1/5 of what a normal claim would be worth. Do I agree? No. Is there something to what he's saying? To an extent, yes. And here's why. It can be really hard to prove a failure to hire claim because there's 1,000,001 reasons or a near infinite number of reasons why an employer might be like, oh, I don't want to hire this person, right? So generally, if there's not some kind of evidence, something to show why we believe this is discrimination, why we believe they did not hire you because of your membership in this protected class, if we don't have evidence, we're kind of taking a shot in the dark. And that's not really how you want to engage in litigation, right? You want to know, we think we've got a claim. We're on firm ground here. And you don't generally want to just be like, I feel like these people are racist, but I don't really have any proof of that. So I'm taking a shot in the dark, hoping that in discovery, I can find out their hire rate and their fire rate for people in my particular protected class is really bad, right? They have a really bad record for hiring people in my protected class, and they have a really high rate of terminating people in my protected class, and we're at a really low rate of promoting people in my protected class, right? That's how you fill in the claim on the back end, right? And that's the very simple kind of starter version of like, okay, we have a failure to hire claim and we got it to discovery. Now we need to prove it, right? But what's going to get you to discovery? You need a good faith belief in discrimination, and that good faith belief is going to need some evidence. Now, you're new to the company, right? You're just interviewing with these people. You don't really know them. They're new to you. So often you won't have like a wealth of interactions with them that can kind of be evidence of discrimination. So it can be tough. It can be tough to bring a case and have it be non-frivolous without evidence. So what I would suggest is you might want to stalk their Facebook pages. You might want to get into their social media, right? Whoever interviewed you, whoever was the decision maker who was like, yeah, I don't think we're going to hire so-and-so, that's the person that you need to get some info on. And I'm not saying you should be a super sleuth and, international spy James Bond or anything like that, but like, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people post a lot of really wild things on their social. Many of those things, I read them and I'm like, my God, that's deeply discriminatory. And there's a decent chance, like if you're trying to like substantiate a failure to hire claim, that's like your first stop. Yeah, people love when they feel safe in their little social bubble. They love saying hateful things. It makes them feel, I think, strong. or something. I guess they validate each other in this hateful little bubble. And that's often, what I would recommend as the first stop. If you're trying to figure out, like, well, did they not hire me because I wasn't the exact right fit? Or did they not hire me because people of my protected classes are not welcome? Right? And that's the key. You have to find some evidence to get things started, and then discovery will backfill the rest of the case. Right? That's fine, but you need a good foundation to get to discovery. I hope this helps. I'm sorry if you experienced hiring discrimination, but I applaud you for doing your research. And if this was helpful, consider liking and subscribing. That does help me to help more people just like you. And I will check the comments down below if I can answer further questions. Take care.